Reena Gupta from the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress attacking the AAP for siding with the government on the Uniform Civil Code, saying that you haven't seen the draft, you don't know what the law is. How is it that you've come out and supported the government? The Congress is calling you the B team of the BJP.
Rahul, we have come in support of the Constitution. The Directive Principles, Article 44, clearly mention that the government shall endeavour to have a uniform civil code. Having said that, there is no draft out in the public domain. There is no timeline. We don't know what will happen to the rights of the Sikh communities or the Parsis or the Buddhists, all the customary tribal laws. We don't know what will happen in areas where we have Article 371. So it is very clearly Bharatiya Janata Party's another polarization tactics in the last year of their term, hoping that the country would be divided. Otherwise, you had enough time. You should have consulted all the religious leaders. You should have sat down with each of them. You should have explained the nuances. For example, what will happen to the HUF, the Hindu Undivided, the HUF fund, which a lot of Hindus used for their income tax. What will the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders are exclaiming everywhere that UCC worked so well in Goa. Do they know that in Goa, Hindu men are allowed to remarry if their wives don't produce a son? Is that the UCC you want in the whole country?
All of that will be done away with as well. And surely you should appreciate that. You should say that's a good thing, that there should be gender equality, Reena Gupta. Why are you opposing that?
Yeah. No, there should be gender equality, Rahul. I totally agree, and that is the reason why we are saying that in principle we support UCC, but we do not support the way Bharatiya Janata Party is going about.
But Priyanka Chaturvedi, do you realize the political inevitability of the government pushing the UCC through, and the fact that like on Article 370, like on Ram Temple, the vast swath of this country actually supports that there should be a single law. There will be pockets of resistance among certain communities, but the large mass of India would want that there be one nation and one law.
Rahul, we have seen...
One second, Priyanka Chaturvedi, please.
Absolutely. Even Baba Sahib Ambedkar ji also... Even Baba Sahib Ambedkar ji espoused for that. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ji espoused for that. But at that point in time, the environment wasn't conducive. That's why it came as part of the directive principles.
But when will the environment ever be conducive? What do you define as a conducive environment?
So, 1 second, just allow me another 30 seconds. I'll just give you another example. He mentioned, the Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson mentioned that we have a first tribal president. Do you know in 2016, Rashtriya Adivasi Ekta Manch had approached the Supreme Court saying that they should not interfere in their personal laws, which include polygamy and polyandry. So there are various people, cross-section of people that need to be consulted. It cannot be done from a political rally, the Prime Minister coming and saying something. So the intent, if there was an intent, it should have started to create a conducive environment, which they haven't. So now that we are close to an election, their agenda is of dividing, hating and creating a political narrative of us versus them. That is why it suits them right now. And that is all I say. If you were so clear about this, you all should have created a conducive environment. You should have allowed the Law Commission to take feedback. You haven't allowed any of
it. From the DMK, what is the DMK's objection? Why are you upset with the idea that there should be one nation, one law?
See, the BJP is obsessed with this toxic idea of oneness. Oneness doesn't suit our country. We are a diverse culture. We take pride in the fact that we are a diverse nation, and we ensure that there is unity among this diversity. This oneness, this homogenization will be a threat to our integrity.
No, that's a rhetorical point. On the question of law, what's your objection? What's the problem with having one uniform civil code?
Yeah, I'm coming to it. See, when there are so many people with so many cultures and so many practices, what is the fun in trying to say that, oh, we should have only one set of rules for all of them? This is their personal laws. That is what Mr.
Do they support polygamy?
Just a moment. Let me complete, sir. Mr. GVL Narshipura was saying, oh, in America, you are not accepting to your Shariat law. You are following their law. In America, defamation is not a criminal offense. In India, defamation is a criminal offense. We have seen an MP losing his seat, Mr. Rahul Gandhi losing his seat. So please don't compare. What is good for America is not good for our country. That apart, Mr. Modi, the BJP and the RSS should bring a uniform treatment code of all the Hindus first. Hindus are not treated properly in the country. You are speaking that we have the first
Do you,
Adivasi
no,
president.
Rahul, I want to ask you.
Okay, GBL has a question for you. Go ahead, GBL, fire away. GBL.
Ashwini Vaishnav and Dharmendra Pradhan was inside the temple.
No.
Why this discrimination?
GBL.
In the modern society, Rahul, I would like. No, I think what Sarvanan, no, Ms. Sarvanan has a point, but I want to ask him. In Tamil Nadu, there may have been a tradition of polygamy, but would women of Tamil Nadu, if you ask them, would they support that such a polygamy should be allowed among Hindus? Or would Muslim women support polygamy as a practice because the Muslim personal law allows it today? What is DMK's view on polygamy?
Is
Please
the
answer
BJP
this.
and the RSS saying the only
Is
way
it
to
not
end polygamy
anti-women?
is uniform civil code? Is this BJP stand? Is this the only reason why you want to bring uniform
No,
civil
please
code?
no. This is one way, certainly.
Ask the Prime
Yes,
Minister to go visit
that is one
Manipur.
part of it, certainly. Certainly.
Yeah, why the Prime Minister is not visiting Manipur?
Certainly that is one, that is, no, I'm asking, please answer about Tamil Nadu. Is DMK in favor of polygamy?
To be spent on election rallies rather than finding out what's happening in Manipur.
Mr. Saravanan,
Okay.
you are not answering
Let me
the question.
put this
This is
question.
a question
No,
that
one
you
second.
should be answering very easily.
I want to ask Waris Pathan, sir, the kind of apprehensions that were raised when the law against triple talaq was brought in, you go out and speak to women in Uttar Pradesh, speak to women in Bihar, speak to women elsewhere. They appreciate the fact that triple talaq is gone. That's not about politics, it's not about Hindu or Muslim, it's about gender justice, it's about ensuring that all genders are equal before law. That's something that, women, you may not appreciate it, but many women in your community actually do.
Well, if Modi and BJP were so much serious about the gender justice and equality and the implementation of the UCC, what prevented them from getting in the last 9 years? Why were they waiting for? That is why I say that present UCC drama is the after effects of US visit of the Prime Minister, when he was asked questions about by Sabrina, and when Barack Obama gave an interview to this news channel stating that in India ethnic minorities are facing trouble, the Muslim minorities are in trouble. If these things are not taken care of, India will collapse. That is the after
Very
effect.
funny.
And now so they have come up
No,
with
but
the
what's the
UCC.
link?
What
What's the
prevented
link?
them, Narasimha Ji, and you are talking about gender equality and triple talaq.
What is
Now
the
allow
link?
me.
Very funny.
Triple talaq time Modi said Muslim women are my sisters. What happens to Bilkis Banu? Why does he not talk about her? Why no justice to her? Why not the Zakia Jafri? Why our Muslim daughters want to go to school and study wearing
But you
hijab?
please tell us whether you would want triple talaq back.
Women, very good. But there are 220 lakh plus our Hindu sisters. GVL, listen, there are 20 lakh plus our Hindu sisters who are abandoned and deserted, who are living in Vrindavan. Why Modi or BJP is not interested in taking care of them? Why only for the Muslims? That is why I say the implementation of the UCC is only with the malafide intention. The target is to harass the Muslims at large and to see to it that rights
No,
are
but this
taken
is
up
not
by
just
the
about
God.
Muslims.
That is,
Remember, there's opposition from the Sikhs as well, there's opposition from the Christians, there's opposition from Parsi community.
They are misinterpreting Article 44. Article 44 says shall endeavor. Koshish karo. It's not that
तो कोशिश ही तो कर रही है सरकार.
Every day since the 2 days I am listening
हाँ, कर रहे हो.
that they are
कितने
implemented.
for how many centuries?
The nation by misinterpreting the Article 44 of the Constitution. Kindly read Article 44 along with 39 also, GVL.